No puedes jugar boxeo es presentado por J&E, tu mejor opción para toda remodelación en Las Vegas, Nevada. 702-994-1924. Ponte tu SEYER, los mejores guantes orgullosamente mexicanos, desde 1930 vistiendo los puños de los campeones y ahora disponibles para ti en SEYERSports.com. Ponte tu SEYER. Seniesa, first of all, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm in Guadalajara. And it's a pleasure to talk with you.
Great to talk to you too.
I believe you are one of the greatest fighters, and you know all that, pound for pound. But the thing is that you signed with the best promoter company ever. So how's the feeling?
It feels great. It feels so great. I'm so happy to be with Top Rank and to just be on the ESPN platform and just have Top Rank behind me. It's amazing. I'm excited.
If someone have a good eye in boxing, is Mr. Bob Arum. And Bob Arum he mentioned that he's really happy and he's talking only good things about you. So when a Hall of Famer like Bob Arum mentioned that you are the best, it's true, right?
I mean, he's not wrong. He's a smart man. And like you said, he definitely knows talent. So it's been a great experience so far with Top Rank, and November 12th is just the beginning. You know, women's boxing has had such an amazing year. So I'm happy to be back at the end of a great year for women's boxing and just keep the momentum going for women's boxing.
Yeah, because in my understanding is like Top Rank is doing great things for women like Michaela Mayer, you know, I mean, you name it. And you could be one of the greatest stars for Top Rank. So this is like a pressure on you, or it motivates you?
Thank you. Yes, they've done a great job with Michaela. And that's something that I've always noticed because I've always been a fan of Michaela even before she turned pro. So to see her progression with Top Rank and how they moved her and everything that they put into her, I've always loved that. I've always watched that, and I thought they've done an amazing job with her. So I'm excited for everything that they're gonna do with me. And pressure, I don't really feel pressure. I feel more of just passion and hunger to just go get back into the ring and just prove that that I'm still one of the best.
Listen to this. You're not gonna believe this. Like I told you, I'm in Guadalajara. I just left the Julian Magdaleno gym, the gym where Canelo started his career. I mean, I was with Chepo Reynoso,
wow.
and I was talking with these fighters, young fighters, about the interview with you. And guess what? When I mentioned your name, everybody say, "Oh, sorry for this," but they said, Seniesa is the shit, you know, in a good way. So they know you here in Guadalajara. How is the feeling?
Oh, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that. I mean, I fought in Mexico a few times. I won my WBC silver title there, my first title there, and to just fight there and to meet and be around the Mexican fans was just amazing, and I felt so comfortable being there. So it's great. I'm so happy that I'm gonna be able to represent Mexican Americans, and have their support and them behind me.
You brought something to the table. I truly believe that the best boxing in the world for now is the Mexican American combination. I mean, you name it, you can put in the table Andy Ruiz, you can put in the table Leo Santa Cruz, I mean, Mikey Garcia, you name it. But now, do you believe that is the best style now in this golden era of boxing, the Mexican American style?
I think so. I mean, I think it's always been, and I don't think that's going to change. I think being a Mexican American fighter is something that just people just they just are attracted to, and they love it because the Mexican American fan base is just, it's so great in boxing. So I'm happy to bring that to Top Rank and to bring that to ESPN and just represent where I'm from.
This being said, and maybe it's not a good time to ask you this because of the training, but Mexican American, who you prefer, hamburgers or tacos?
Oh, tacos. I'll eat tacos every day for the rest of my life if I could.
Nice, nice, nice.
But chilaquiles are my favorite.
Oh, Mike, I just ate chilaquiles, and believe me, when you are in Guadalajara, now you're talking.
Yes, Guadalajara has the best food. So
The
good.
the best food. Tell me about your fight. If you are not involved in this fight, how can you define your next fight? November 12th, Vegas, Top Rank, Seniesa, Superbad. Define the fight, please.
Yeah, November 12th it's just a very important fight for me. Important because it's my first fight with Top Rank, my first fight back. It'll be 328 days since I last stepped into the ring. And I'm so excited to just be back and just show everyone that I'm still here. I'm still one of the best, and I'm going to be a problem in these weight divisions, and I'm still coming for everything that I said I was going to get. I've always said I wanted to fight the best. I wanted to fight world champions only. I want to unify. I want to be undisputed. And November 12th is just going to be the beginning of that. I'm fighting a tough opponent from Argentina. She's going to come in to win and come in to take my bout. But I'm definitely not letting that happen. I'm 100% prepared.
Yeah. When you talk about Seniesa, now you can talk Seniesa on the ring and not in the ring. You mentioned something in Twitter that it was so funny about your drunk uncle.
Oh, about Esparza. I said my drunk tia.
my drunk tia. Yeah. I mean, definitely you have a pending business there.
I have a what? I'm sorry.
Like pending business.
Oh, yes. Me and Esparza, yes. It's definitely a fight that I still want down the line. I hope she continues to win and continues to get all the bouts, because her and I will still make a very big fight in women's boxing. So I'm still looking forward to fighting her someday.
When I read that, your drunk tia, which is funny for the Mexicans, you're talking about like, hey, I'm here, right?
I'm here, and I still want to fight. She knows that, and I think she wants to fight too. So.
And how's it feeling to be a commentator? Because I enjoy your work on TV, and believe me, I'm a guy who has 30 years of experience or maybe more. So when I'm telling you that you're really good calling the fights, I'm telling the truth. So you enjoy that? It's good, right? It feels good.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I had no training and no experience doing it, so to be able to get good feedback from people it's great, and it's definitely something that I enjoy doing. It comes easy, it comes natural, and it's fun. And working with DAZN, I gained a lot of experience and knowledge of how to commentate and how to broadcast. So I'm looking forward to continuing to do it. I really like it a lot.
So you can see yourself next to Christina Puncher doing something, right?
Oh, yes, for sure. Christina and I would be great. Me, Christina, and Michaela would be a great team together.
Definitely. Why I need to watch your fight on November 12th?
You have to watch my fight because it's going to be an exciting fight, and anything can happen. I'm going to go in there to put on a great performance and to excite the crowd and show people something that they haven't seen in women's boxing. I go in there every fight trying to be better than I was the last fight. So it's definitely a fight that you're not going to want to miss.
So when you mention like super bad, could you define yourself like as a sweet person, but at the same time a ferocious person?
I would say, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty nice outside of the ring.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too nice, but inside the ring, it's a different story. Inside the ring, I'm one of the most competitive people ever. So I think when I step into the ring, that really shows. I'm in there to win and nothing else, and nothing stops me from winning.
When it comes to your mind, when I mentioned your father?
My father, I love my dad. He's my biggest supporter, biggest fan, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today without him, without all of the sacrifices and love that he's shown me to get me to where I am today. So my dad he's everything, and I'm just I'm so happy to just always make him proud after every fight. And I know he's so excited and so happy for me to be back. I mean, I know like me being out of the ring for 11 months really was probably worse for him because he had to see me just so sad that I wasn't fighting. So I know that he was the one that knows the most out of anybody how badly I couldn't wait to get back into the ring. So November 12th will only be great for myself, but great for my dad as well.
Definitely. Now, when you take a look on the past, it makes sense, all the sacrifice you need to do, or you did in order to leave Golden Boy and now work with Top Rank. It makes sense now, all the sacrifice, all these days out of the ring. It makes sense now?
It does, yes. And all these months that I was out of the ring, you know, I was very sad and frustrated because I felt like I was just missing out. And I mean, I want to be active and I want to fight the best. I want to have unification fights. I want to be undisputed. And I wasn't able to do that. So that was so frustrating for me. And I felt like I was just missing out. But now that I'm back and I saw how great of a year women's boxing had, I feel a lot better because I mean, this was the best year ever for women's boxing, and I'm coming back at such a perfect time and the right time. So now I feel like I didn't miss anything. I'm just gonna get right back in there and end the year that was already great for women's boxing. So I'm able to just keep the women's boxing momentum going and keep eyes on women's boxing and exposure on women's boxing.
Definitely, because I can tell there's a lot of fights that is not happening regarding the men's boxing, but I can tell this is the best year for women's boxing ever. I mean, you name it, and not only the names, but the fights. I mean, not fights, wars in the ring. Definitely.
Yeah, we made the most exciting fights this year, and it's because we have to make the big fights, exciting fights. The best have to fight the best in women's boxing because that's what's going to get people interested in wanting to see women's boxing. So you know, we know that, and plus we want to. It's not like the men where we're making $10 million a fight. You know, guys can go in there and make 10 million a fight and then just sit back and kind of take their time fighting again and not wanting to fight the best because they just made so much money. For women's boxing, it's not like that. Like, we want to get to the big money fights. We want to make the big money. So we have to go in there and be willing to fight the best and make these fights that are going to get us to that.
What can you tell to these idiots that are against women's boxing? These idiots don't understand. I'm saying because I'm you know, I always support the women's boxing, but these some idiots, these stupid people that are saying that you don't deserve to be in the ring. I mean, as a woman, what is your opinion of these idiots?
I mean, I think there's always going to be people who don't like women's boxing and never will, but that's okay because we're getting so many people who have never liked women's boxing to become fans of women's boxing, and it's because of our skill level. It doesn't matter whether we're a man or a woman. When we go in there, we're fighting like guys, and our skill level is just as good as the guys. So I think if now people who weren't interested in women's boxing and they watch women's boxing now, they think differently now. And that's great. It's great that the top female fighters and women who are bringing a different skill level to boxing are making people fans who never were before. So that's great. We're just going to continue to just change people's minds. Definitely. I know that for sure.
Definitely. Finally, dear Seniesa, I truly believe that you're gonna agree with me. What can you tell to the most important fans in boxing, or boxing fans? Because I believe the Mexican fans are the best. They are paying for boxing. And even Mr. Bob Arum, he shared always with me that he are really grateful with the Mexican and Latin fans of boxing because they pay for boxing. So do you agree with me that is the most important fans in boxing?
I'm sorry, can you say the question one more time?
No worries. Just a very quick question. Do you believe that Mexican fans are the best boxing fans? Because Mr. Bob Arum told me, hey, Ernesto, the guys who are paying boxing are your Mexican fellows.
I think so. I think Mexican fans, Mexican American fans are definitely the best in boxing. I mean, we support our fighters who are Mexican, and we have such a great fan base. And I think it'll always be like that because boxing is just so it's so big in our Mexican culture. Whether or not we have a family or a friend who boxes, boxing is still part of our lives. Like we have our tios are watching it, you know,
Yeah.
like it's just something that we grow up with. We watch it with our dads growing up, and it's just always part of our culture no matter what. So I think I think it'll stay that way. I think we'll definitely have always the best fan base.
Yeah, don't forget your tia. Your tia
and our tias, yeah. Our tias will be our tios watch boxing. Our tias are the ones that are fighting at family parties.
Okay, I promise stay to you.
Si te gustó nuestro contenido, suscríbete a nuestro canal de YouTube. Y si no te gustó, también. No puedes jugar boxeo.